Once a month during their menstruation period, women in rural parts of Nepal aren't allowed to participate in normal family activities. They're considered impure and have to live in a small hut with no windows, far away from their homes. The tradition often leads to depression and in some cases even suicide. But recently a village in far western Nepal, 1,000 kilometres from Kathmandu, put an end to the practice. Sunil Neupane joins the celebrations.
Dozens of people in Bhageshwar village gather in a nearby temple, playing drums and singing traditional songs. They are celebrating the end of Chhaupadi, a tradition that isolates women during their menstruation period.
अब हामी आइन्दै हाम्रो छोरीबुहारीले हामीले पहिला अपराध गरेका रहेछौं अब हामी पछिल्लो दिनका यी छोरीबुहारी नातिनीहरूलाई हामी दुःख दिदैनौं यो के रहेछ मिन्स हुनु भने त्यो एउटा चाहिँ चक्र रहेछ त्यो चक्रमा चाहिँ के फरक पर्दैन भन्ने अनुभव भयो अहिले बुढापाकाहरूलाई पनि उहाँहरू पनि अहिले फुल्ली हाम्रो सहयोगमा हुनुहुन्छ जस्तै यहाँका धामी झाँक्रीहरू पुजारीहरू हामीले पहिला यो 52 को वडामा हुन्छ भनेर हामीले यो वार्ड नम्बर 9 र वार्ड नम्बर 6 भागेश्वर गाविसको त्यो दुईटा वडामा 52 को वडामा जाने पुजारीहरूको वडामा यो घोषणा अभियान सुरु गर्यौं हामीबाट अहिले त्यो ब्राह्मणबाटै यस्तो किसिमको हुन्छ भने हामीले नगर्ने के भनेर क्षेत्रीहरू अरु दलितहरूले पनि अनि त्यसमा सहज पनि भयो उहाँहरूलाई गर्दा.
Under the Chhaupadi tradition, menstruating women are considered impure. Therefore, they have to live far away from home for up to 4 days in a hut that is commonly used for cows with dirt floors and no windows. They must survive only on dry food, salt and rice.
गाह्रो त भयो गोठमा बसेपछि गाह्रो त भइहाल्छ अलिअलि जाडो हुन्छ सापको डर हुन्छ किराको डर हुन्छ अहिले त धेरै सजिलो छ घरमै बस्छु लाइट लाग्छन् घरमै धेरै पढ्न पनि सजिलो छ.
The huts are very unhygienic. Women are often sick with diarrhea and respiratory problems. In severe situation, they can also suffer from malnutrition. Even after giving birth, they have to stay in the hut with their babies. This leads to high rates of infant and maternal mortality in western Nepal.
Because of this cultural practice, people have this idea that during this time, women and girls should not have milk and milk product. So they are not given this food and it hampers their health. And at the same time, in many places, girls don't go to schools when they are in this Chhaupadi hut with the notion that they are dirty and they should not touch other people and they should not touch the books and they should not touch the temple if they are around on the way. So they have to stay inside the hut for 4 days without going to schools, and that hampers their study as well. And many times if a woman with a small child, 4 or 5 months old child, she has to stay inside this Chhaupadi. The child becomes sick because there are no proper ventilation, and if she closes the small window, no proper ventilation, and if she opens the window, then because of the cold, the child may got pneumonia. And I know that there had been some instances when a child has suffered pneumonia and even had died.
According to local police, 9 women in Assam district have died inside Chhaupadi huts in the past 4 years. And last month, a teenage girl was raped inside one of the huts. 35-year-old Belu Pandit used to worry a lot about her family every time she had to stay in the hut.
पहिला अब राति अब साउनका महिना भन्नु अब वर्षा के बेला राति छाउब्या पनि कि बाहिर त्यो पालसाल आलिकिन हो त्यो छाता उडिकिन बाहिर रुनै बस्नु पर्थ्यो. यहाँ हाम्रो घर नजिक गोठ छैन पुरा गाउँ जानु पर्थ्यो. अहिले आज भोलि म एकै कोठामा बस्छु तर उसका मेरा अब बुढा चाहिँ एकदम सिरियस बिरामी छन्.
But now, Belu and other women in the village can always stay home during their menstruation period.
आफू गोठमा गए पनि काहीँ असजी भयो कि राति केही भयो कि भन्ने चिन्तामा हुन्छ अहिले अब बुढाले आफू यही तिरिका बेडमा बुढा सुत्छन् म तल्लाकोल्टी आफू सुत्छु अब राति असजी भए पनि उठिकिन कतिको भयो हजुरलाई कतिको भयो भन्दै छु अहिले मलाई धेरै सजिलो छ.
In 2005, Nepal's Supreme Court ordered the government to abolish Chhaupadi. 3 years ago, the government published a protocol to bring an end to what it described as an evil practice. But in rural areas, people are still following the tradition. According to the Women's Development Office, out of a total of 19,000 women of reproductive age, only 3,000 have started staying at home during menstruation. Bina lives in Kathmandu village within a walking distance from the first one. During menstruation period, she has to stay inside a small and poorly ventilated hut. Sometimes 2 or 3 women can stay together inside the hut.
किन हाम्रो यो देवताले सधैँ भन्छन् हाम्रो माथि देवता छ भएर त्यस्तो हुन्छ हामी गोठमा रहन्छौँ. न सासूबारी सोध्नुहुन्न आफै सक्छौँ. बुढिया नि छन् सासूबारी. हाम्रो त्यस्तो सुत्ने खानु पकाउने यतै सुत्ने उतै त्यस्तो ठाउँ छैन त त्यहीँनिर हामी गर्छौँ.
In the Bhageswar village, changes have come, but it's still a long way to go for the end of the old tradition. For Asia Calling, this is Sunil Neupane from Nepal.